Okay, hello all of you. Okay, so today I'm doing the uh, video lectures on your internet programming subject. So I don't know how much I do the internet programming video lectures, but right now I'm starting. Okay, so let us start your the first chapter. Okay, that the chapters inside the first topic, the first of all we discuss about the chapter is nothing as your client side programming, HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and inside the one topic is there nothing as your basic of HTML. Okay, so that basic of HTML, before that, if you know the web system architecture, then and then we can create the basic of HTML, or we can create the applications regarding to the HTML. Okay, so we go to the what mean by the web system architecture. Go to the next slide. Okay, yes. Okay, so we have the outline regarding to web system architecture. Okay, the first two topics are there: the introduction of basic client server architecture and layer and tier. Okay, so if you want to create the some applications using the web system architecture, so you have to clear your basic. Okay, so regarding the first two topic are there. Okay, so first we discuss about the introduction basic client and server architecture. So we go to the next slide and we discuss right now the introduction of client and server architecture. Okay, so before that the client and server architecture, we have the some application that name is a desktop application. Okay, so why we not use today in a web desktop application instead of the web application? Okay, so I give the some example regarding. Okay, so in desktop application what happen, once you take the any applications, or you did the any application or install the any application using a desktop. Okay, so that desktop application which is run only on that terminal, only on that system, only on that a particular computer. Okay, so you can't access that the particular application on the remote machine. So it is a drawback. Okay, it is not the drawback, we can call it, it is a process. Okay, so we can uh, run that the program or application, okay, using some third party software installation on there, and you can easily access a particular application in a desktop. Okay, so this is the drawback. So instead of that we create the one, or instead of that we create the new technology that name is a web application. Okay, so that web applications, you know very well, which is to be based on the client server. Okay, so according to that diagram, we have seen that the client in the form of laptop, computers, tablets, which is to be connected to the internet, and the internet another end which is to be connected to your server. Okay, so this is the basic diagram for the web application. Okay, it means from the computer or from the client you access the any application from the server, easily access. Okay, for example, I take the one example which is to be suitable for the desktop and web application. Okay, for example, like your C programming. First of all we discuss in example of web application. Okay, if you want to suppose C program execute on the web application, you just simply take the text like online C compiler and execution on a Google, and just hit the enter button. You get the regarding the some links are there, and you click any one link and you will get the from this server uh, C compiler. Okay, you write down your code and execute on there. So it means what, from the client you can access the C compiler from the server. So this is what, uh, from the web or from the browser you can access the C compiler. Okay, so same thing if you want to execute on the desktop application, what happen, first of all you install the regarding software or tool or editor like your Turbo C3. you install on there, okay, and then that application built on there, and then run the particular application on there. Okay, so this is the drawback of your desktop web application, and nothing, and instead of that we create the web application. So that the web application, okay, so basic structure we already discussed. Okay, so in the basis on that we create the web system architecture. Okay, so that before that the web system architecture, again we clear the what mean by the layers and tiers. Okay, so here we have the another slide, that layer and tier. Okay, so layer is nothing as what, which is nothing, a simple logic or the written the code. Okay, it means we can create the logic or written the code according to different layers. Suppose I want to create the front end, or I want to create the GUI based application. So we can create the code using HTML language. So simple logic we have to create on there, and accordingly we written the HTML code. So like the different layers and different code. So nothing as what a layers. And the tires, the tires is nothing as we can call as a component. Okay, inside the one component uh, uh, we can insert the one or more layers on there. Okay, so that the tire is having again the number of types: one tire, two tire, three tire, and n tires. Okay, so this is the basic concept right now here. So layers and the what mean by the tires. Okay, so we come to right now here the detail about the layers, how many layers are there, and then we discuss later about the tires in details. So we come to next slide. That is the first slide is nothing as your layer. The three types of the layer. First of all, the presentation layer. You know very well, all of you, that the OSI reference model in computer network lectures. The presentation layer is next of your application layer. So from the application you take the data and we send to the presentation layer. Okay, so very easy, we can access the web pages through the presentation layer. So in that presentation layer, which is to be present the GUI or the front end. Okay, that is the meaning of the presentation layer. And that presentation layer inside the many application run, which is to be based on a different programming language like your HTML, like your JSP, like your PHP. So through that we can create the code and represent on the presentation layer. Okay, the next is your application layer. Okay, so it is very important. Okay, that it is also called as a business logic layer. And the business layer like as a mediator between the presentation and database layer. So what the business layer and what mean by the presentation layer and database layer in between them, how they we discuss later according to the diagram. Okay, but what mean by the business logic layer we discuss right now here. It is nothing as your written the any application code. Okay, and according to the some action which is to be performed on there. So that logic, whatever the action which is to be done on there, that logic is nothing as what your business logic layer. It means I can take the one example. Okay, suppose I want to check the username and password which is to be come from the presentation layer, and the check on the application layer. Okay, and once you check that, the next page, whatever the next page you will represent. So from the presentation layer take the request. Okay, then process on there if they correct or wrong, and then showing the next page that regarding the code we have to return on there, the logic on there, that is nothing as your the business logic. Okay, so how we return that using a different programming language. Okay, like your Solid, like your JSP, like your C Sharp, like your Hypernet Spring, the many framework are there. You according to you can create. Okay, so that application layer right now here, what are the application layer? They contain the two servers, like your web servers and application server. So web server, they contain basically the some static pages, and the application server, they contain the some dynamic pages. Okay, so this is about the second layer. The third layer is nothing, as you know the very well, the database layer. So inside the database layer, yeah, I think you have to know very well, we store the data, and that whatever the data we have, we can create, we can read, we can update, we can delete the data. We also call as a CRUD. Okay, create, read, update, and delete the data. Okay, so this is about the basic. uh, okay, so client server, what the client server. Okay, using that the client server architectures, we create the web system architectures, and what mean by the layer and tier. Okay, so both the topics, the basic are there for the your web system architecture development. Okay, so let us start with the one tier, two tier, three tier, n tier. It is a very important topic. Okay, so we go to the first, that is nothing as your the one tier architecture. So that one tier architecture also we call as a client tier. Okay, the the client tier, they contain the three layers. Okay, the presentation layer, then application layer, and then the database layer. It means what? The three components which is in a, sorry, the not the component, three layers in a one components. Okay, it means what? The first layer, application layer, second layer is the presentation layer, and third layer is your database layer, which is to be all the three layers in a one component. Okay, already I told in here layers. Okay, what? The physical entity, sorry, tier is what? Physical entity, or we call as a component, and that which is inside the layer. Okay, so you can inside the number of layers, one or more layers. Okay, so here in the first tier we can take the different layers. Okay, three layers, whatever the layers we have, the application layer, presentation layer, and database layer. So that is the one example of the one tier architecture, uh, but having the some drawbacks. Before we going to the drawback, okay, so what, the one tier. Okay, again we discuss using the diagram. Already we have the client server architecture diagram. Okay, we draw the one layer here, that is the database layer. Okay, and that all the three layers, we are in a single component, that is we called as a one tier. Okay, so this one your the presentation, this one your application, and this one your database. So these are the three layers in a single tier or one tier. So that single tier is a old one architecture actually, and they're having the some advantages. Only one advantages, only what advantages? They are maintained very easy, because three of layer which is done on a single platform or single operating system. Okay, so that server and application server and database server on a single machine. So any problem regarding to servers, so it can be very easy troubleshoot. Okay, so that is only one advantage is what it is very easy. And what are the disadvantages of that one tier? It is not the scalable. It means the number of user can't connect the application servers and database server. Okay, so that's why we call it as not scalable. And then another drawback is it is not the secured, because uh, the applications or the presentation can easily connect with the servers and the database. So easily we go to there and access the data and access the application on there. So it is not the secure also. So that's why we are come to on the second architecture, that is name is a two tier architecture. Okay, here the diagram we have. Okay, and then according to that diagram, we seen that the separate client tier and separate database tier. The client tier, the number of clients are their client computer, and database tier having the database server. Okay, so also we can call as the second tier according to diagram. Okay, here diagram. Suppose we draw the one database here. Okay, and this one here. Okay, it means what? The presentation layer and the application layer, which is are in a separate component. Okay, so this one component client component, and this one your application component. Okay, both are the separately running. Okay, this one also called as a second tier. And again this one database, that one also we called as a two tier, because this one again the presentation or the we call as a client tier, and this one your database tier. Okay, that one also we called as what? The second tier architecture. So according to that diagram, okay, so the client, they are sending the request to the databases, or we call it as the client send the query to the databases. Once they send the query, databases, the database server, they find the query and according to process on there. Once the process is complete, they give the response to particular client. Okay, it means what? Here some process. Okay, so that process, whatever the process right now here, okay, that process is to be depend on the your architecture. It means uh, the limited users, when they fire the query, okay, so they can process on there and respectively, or that the simultaneously they give the responses a particular applications of the client side. Okay, so it very easy. Okay, but sometimes the your application is to be suppose uh, enterprise, or your application which is to be suppose a large, and the millions of users they connect your applications. At that time the process time which is to be lengthy, and that the appropriate the response not given to the particular applications of the client. So that there's some limitations on there. We can also call it as one of the drawback of that second tier, which is what? It is not a scalable. Okay, then again we called as it is not the secured, because suppose that the second tier architecture which is run on the single platform, or we call as a single operating system. It means the client as well as your the databases on a single machine. So that databases we can easily go, and we can fetch your data. Suppose it can give the one example, suppose banking. Okay, so suppose Bank of India we have, and that Bank of India, the server which is on their branch. Okay, and the someone users or someone customer they come, and they wanted the some withdrawal their amount. So that GUI which is to be available on the cashier, and they put the data on their cashier uh, their machine. Okay, that is the client tier. Okay, they they put their withdrawal amount, and when they submit the data, the data which is to be come on the same operating system which is to be located on their home, their branch. So it means what? The client tier and database tier which is on the single operating system or single locations, that is the problem of that. It means what? uh, Someone can go and there fetch their databases or access the data from them. So it is the problem, it is not the uh, security they are provided. Okay, then again what? The it is not the scalable, it is not the secured. Only what? Again the same advantages we have, that is we call as a easy to maintain, because on a single platform. Okay, so that is the drawback, and instead of that we have to use the third tier architecture. Okay, so here we diagram right now every layers which is having the respectively components, or we call as a tier. Okay, so that client tier, we have the number of client, the application servers which is having the business logic tier, or we call it as application tier, and the database is having the database tier. Okay, so every layers we have the separate tiers or components, so it's very easy to maintain all the things, or it very easy, or it is very comfortable. Okay, so why we call as it is a compatible or comfortable, because every components, they are having its their respectively layers. Okay, suppose the application layer. So application layer, they are doing what they provide, or they are create some GUI, or that we call as the front end. So that regarding the respectively the number of developer we have, like your HTML coder, so they are coding, they create their own coding in a separate layer. Okay, then separate components, then the business logic, they having the we have the application developer, like you are the servlet developer, like your JSP developer, like your PHP developer, like your C Sharp developer, which is having the separate platform. Okay, and that separate platform, they are create their own applications, like your databases also. So that having the database developer, we have the different databases we can create, update and delete the databases. So every component, they are having the separate platform and separate process have. So according to request and response, they are providing on there. Okay, so what are the advantages are there? So again, uh, first of all, it is very easy to maintain, because having the separate platform and having the separate application developers, then GUI developers and database developer we have, then it is high security they are provided, because database and application server which is on a separate platform. Then we have the uh, again the problem about the scalability. Okay, what the millions of users, once they come, okay, they are sending some request to that the business logic tier, because the business logic tier, they having the separate server. Okay, and that separate servers, they uh, contain the different classes on there. So every time they class, they are not find out, and according to class object, they are not call. Okay, so instead of that, we can create the one business uh, layer. Okay, that the we called as uh, 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 business, we can call also the business, not other name are there. Okay, the business we have, and we can store all the API regarding to their applications, like uh, database connectivity. So not only the single database we have, the Oracle we have, the MySQL we have, the MS Access we have. So regarding that API, we are stored on the business layer. Okay, we just call the API, or we call the object from them, and we run on there. Okay, so this is the main feature of that the business, or that we call as the entire. Okay, so that number of requests we have fetch uh, simultaneously responses, again the simultaneously we are given. So there is no problem for the fetching the single server to all the APIs. Okay, we have the separate server and the separate layer, that having the all the APIs, we just call the request to that application server, and application server, they fetch the business layer, and the business layer, they find out the regarding API and call the objects. Okay, for example, on the three tires. Okay, here in the three tire, we seen that the diagrams, the client want to access the data from the MySQL databases, so that they are easily fetch or send the request to the application server. Okay, the application server, they find the request, and according to pass the request to the databases here. Okay, once they find out the data, okay, the database server, they send the response to that the application server, and the application server, we are sending what, regarding to respectively that application of the client. Okay, that is the process about the three tier architecture. But instead of that, suppose uh, they are sending the request to the different database server, so that the different database like your Oracle. Okay, here the Oracle we have. Okay, though the client again send the request to the application server, again fetch what the Oracle, the response they given, again the response they are given. So it means what, we can, the application depend on the application what they databases they want. Okay, so that the regarding the here that application, they store all the APIs. Okay, here what, they store all the API like your JDBC, like uh, not JDBC for the connections to databases, for the web services, for a number of services we have to fetch all the API, or the sum of the application API we are stored in a single your application server. Okay, so what happen, instead of that what we do, we create the another layer here. uh, okay, another layer here, here, that is we called as a business layer, or we called as a business object. Okay, so that what happen, the client send the request to that application server they find what kind of the what kind of the request we have, which is to be request from the Oracle server. So send the Oracle server API, and that API they find out their object. Okay, and according to that go to the Oracle API, Oracle database, sorry, not API, Oracle databases, and fetch the query or process the query and give the response to the object here, and that object know that the give the response, and then respectively your process, or respectively the application of the client they give the response. So this is the process. We are, everything is a separate. Okay, on a entire architecture. So seen that the diagram here. Okay, here the client they are uses the app applied HTML. Applied is the type of the Java. HTML is a JavaScript application. These are the uh, process for presentation, or these are the language for the presentations. uh, okay, the next one is the presentation tab. Okay, the presentation, whatever the presentation on there, HTML CSS same thing on there, JSP servlet. The business tire, which is nothing as what, here we create the AGB Java classes, business objects, or we call as the API. Okay, the whatever we already discussed, JMX JDBC connectors. Okay, for the connections of the databases, the classes for Java classes for the uh, uh, they are fetching the any services. Okay, so that's why we create the Java classes on their web services like SOAP, like your REST. In the number of services are there. Okay, you can fetch from the business tier, we can fetch the API, and according to classes or object we can call on there. Okay, and the last one, your data tier. So databases, ERP, CRM system. Okay, so different databases or ERP software we can fetch on the separate tires. Okay, so these are about the entire architecture. Okay, so this is about the web system architecture. We are elaborate to we are explore to one tier, two tier, three tier, and entire architectures. So on the exam point of view, sometimes they ask the questions what mean by the web system architecture. They ask regarding to one tier, two tier, three tier. Otherwise, they ask about the entire. So you just draw the diagram, okay, and give the explanation regarding the layers: application layer, presentation layer, and database layer. They given the explanation in a one paragraph. The paragraph contain, I think, 5-6 line. Okay, so depend on the uh, marks. Okay, suppose they ask the 5 marks, then you draw the diagram and write down the applications, uh, write down the sorry, not application, write down their layers. Okay, if suppose they ask the question for the 10 marks, so you write down the you draw the diagrams, you write down all the layers, as well as you write down the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so this is the point of this is the exam point of view. I discuss all the point. Okay, so right now we uh, close the sessions, okay, here. And any doubts, so you can discuss in chat box, or if you not get the some points from the video lectures, you can also give the comments on there, or any suggestions regarding to that video, so give the suggestions on the chat box, or not the chat box, you have the comment sections. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, bye.